Hello, my name is Lilian Okibe. Welcome to another episode of reacting to my subscribers vlog. So this is the part 3 of this series. I previously made 2 videos where you guys send me pictures and videos of your logs and then I react to them like in a video. If this is your first time seeing my face and you like to see the previous episodes that I have done, I'm going to link a playlist up in the iCard just so that you can check it out if you're interested. So today we have some really nice, juicy and interesting set of vlogs to react to, so I can't wait. Let's just get into it. The first set of vlogs we are going to be reacting to is from T. So she says, "Hi Lilian, hello. This is T. I would love for you to rate my looks. Your opinion is valuable because I know you know your stuff." Oh, thank you. I enjoy your videos and I have learned a lot. My channel is randomly T on YouTube. Thank you, T. Yeah, before I go on, let me say that I think I've had a few people who have sent me who have sent in their pictures, who have YouTube channels where they share things about looks. So I think in my last episode I had a video from someone, I think Jasper has a YouTube channel, and now T also has a YouTube channel. And I think she makes videos about looks as well. So if you guys want to check her out and like see how she cares for her looks, then go ahead. Hopefully she drops a comment under this video so that you can just like click her name and follow her and subscribe to her channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's see her looks. Nice. Now this is a perfect example of someone who like retwists their locks and who maintains their locks the traditional way and still maintains healthy looking looks. Like, I've made so many videos where I've talked about tight retwisting and the likes and how it can damage your locks, and people think that I am against retwisting or like interlocking or like maintaining your locks like the traditional way. That's not the case. I'm not against retwisting, I'm not against interlocking, I'm not against maintaining your locks. I'm actually not against having manicured looking locks, right? But what I'm against is having those retwist or interlock, or basically when you go to maintain your locks where it is super tight, you can see that you're in pain, the scalp is, you can see a lot of tension on the scalp, is retwisted too tightly, the roots is so skinny, the hair is so scalpy, and then you just can tell that if this person does this back to back, after a while their locks are going to get damaged basically. So that's the kind of retwist I'm against, and this is you can see this person's locks is a perfect example of someone who maintains, because from the look of the video I think that her locks were retwisted probably maybe like 3 weeks or so ago, like within 3 weeks ago, right? And you can see that even though her locks are still relatively freshly retwisted, you can see that her roots, like even though you can see that the roots are retwisted but it wasn't done too tight, you can see that the roots is still thick. The lock is actually thick from root to end, even though you can see the pattern of the retwist at the base. It is not super skinny compared to the length of the locks. You can see that her locks are healthy, her scalp also looks pretty healthy, you can't see any tension anyway. Like, there are people who retwist their locks and weeks later you can obviously see the relics of the trauma and the damage that happened when their hair was freshly retwisted. And obviously from the look of her locks now you can see that it is completely healthy. This is definitely a perfect example of how to retwist or how to maintain your locks, or how to keep your locks manicured or looking manicured while still maintaining the health of it. And then like I love your locks, T. So yeah, you can go ahead and check out her YouTube channel. Let's move on to the next set of locks, and this is from Wayne. The next set of locks is from Wayne. You guys can see that his locks are rich. Like, I've actually been enjoying this series because I've been seeing some really nice juicy locks. Like, really, I've been seeing some really nice juicy locks. This person looks like he freeforms because I can see that his roots look like really thick and it doesn't look like it is like retwisted or anything like that. So this person it looks like this person freeforms, and you can see another example. This is an example of a healthy set of freeform locks, right? I love it because sometimes people think that the secret to like having healthy thick locks is for you to freeform, right? And you find people who freeform, even though they freeform in the sense that they do not retwist or interlock or maintain their locks in any of the conventional ways, but yet some people who freeform go ahead to carelessly break hair strands and uproot hair strands, all in the name of popping. And so you see that yes, the locks may look like thick and all the likes, but if you look at it closely, you can see there is still like some like breakage, the edges, there are like, you know, issues around edges. You can see the locks are probably thick, but at the root you can see that the locks are kind of like thinning out at the roots, because like strands of hair that normally should belong to locks have been broken off, right? But you can obviously see that this is not the case for this person. His locks look really, really rich and healthy. His hairline is like really, really filled with hair, right? You know, and I absolutely love this. I love how like rich the locks are and how fluffy the locks are as well. We can see that his locks are super fluffy as well. So yeah, kudos to you, Wayne. Now let's move on to the next set of locks, and this is from Anna. So she says, hello Lilian, hi, my name is Anna. I started my locks on September 7, 2022 with 2-strand twist method with 80 plus locks. I started spraying water 2 days after I got them, and from there on I did it daily. Almost a month, some of my locks started to bud. In the beginning of my lock journey, I would wait 3 weeks to wash my hair, but now that I'm 6 months in the journey, I wash it every 2 weeks. I use castor oil, spring water, or purified mixed with rose water. These work out very well for me. I enjoy the journey. I am enjoying the journey. Here are some pictures of how I started and how it looks now. So this is a picture of what her locks look like when she started. You can see that she started with 2-strand twists with braided roots, and you can see how her locks look now. Her locks have progressed really, really nicely. You can see she's actually in the frizzy lock stage. You can see her locks have gotten super frizzy, and I absolutely I love the fact that even though her locks have gotten very frizzy and like she's basically in the frizzy lock stage, she is not like obsessed with trying to like tame the frizz and palm roll and hide the frizz. Basically, this is a very wise thing to do, especially when you're just in the early stage, like within the first year of your lock journey, because the frizz that you see that looks like it's annoying and like, oh, you can't stand it, it is that frizz that is going to help to make your resulting locks be thick, right? So if you go ahead to always palm rolling the frizz and like always like wrapping the frizz around the hair, and not like just because you're trying to hide the frizz, what happens is like palm rolling and like wrapping the frizz around your hair is not going to like damage your locks per se, but it's going to make your locks be slimmer or like more skinny than how like its maximum potential, let me put it that way. So and you guys know that I'm all for maximum thickness. I want my locks to be as thick as possible, as voluminous as possible, you know, and that's why when I give tips, my tips are usually like more tailored to that, if that's the kind of look you want, right? So I love the fact that she's in the frizzy locks phase, but she's owning it, she's embracing it, she's allowing her locks to freeze up and swell up. And you can see that like the difference between how her locks were before, like 6 months ago, and now. You can see that there's a huge difference. Her locks have gotten a lot more fluffy, a lot more frizzy, a lot bigger, and I absolutely love it. I feel like if you continue like this, you're on the right track to make your locks really juicy and thick and healthy. And I also love the fact that her roots are not super tightly retwisted. I love the fact that her roots are not super tightly retwisted. And yeah, she's just like owning the whole journey and embracing everything. So yeah, kudos to you, Anna. I absolutely love your locks. And another thing I want to say is her routine is pretty nice. I love the fact that she wets, like she uses water to her advantage, and water is like a crucial part of her hair routine. I absolutely love that, because I think that locks love water. Like if you want your locks to flourish, one of the first things you need to pay attention to, or you need to consider using, is water. Water, like now it's raining right now. I just started raining, so in case you hear like background noise, just know that it's the rain, so bear with me. Yeah, I absolutely love the fact that water is a crucial part of her journey, is a crucial part of her regimen, and obviously it shows, because you can see her locks are like fluffing up and, you know, swelling up really nicely. So yeah, kudos to you, Anna. Now let's move on to the next set of locks. This is from Feiji. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Hello, here are my 6 month locks. Okay, let's see. Now this is another example of someone who retwists like their locks the conventional way, who likes to have their roots like retwisted and all the likes, but still manages to maintain healthy looking juicy thick locks, right? This is another example similar to T that I showed you guys earlier. One thing I'd say is, if you want to have your locks, like your roots be like, your parts be more like obvious and like your roots retwisted and the likes, what you can do is, whenever you retwist, you should like just focus on the root, retwist the root, and then allow the length of your locks to fluff up and swell up, and things like that. That's going to help to give you the retwisted look at the roots, your parts looking clean and manicured and everything like that, while still encouraging your locks, like the length of your locks, to swell up and like fluff up, as much as possible, basically. Like I've said before on my channel and my community tabs, there are so many ways to achieve healthy looking locks. Like, there's so many ways. There's no one way to achieve healthy looking locks, and that's why you can have whatever look you want. Like, you can have, whether you want to have like the manicured look, or you want to have more of like a freeform look, or you want to have something in between, right? You can achieve healthy looking locks regardless, right? And the principle is basically the same to an extent, but it just depends on the kind of look that you're going for. So you don't have to have, and that's why like the lock journey is so nice and it can be so personal, because like just bear in mind that whatever you do, whatever it is you're doing, make sure you're doing it as loose as possible and space it out as well as, like, as much as possible, basically, so that you're not like overstressing your roots, you're not overstressing your scalp and things like that, and then your locks can swell up and fluff up as much as possible. So this is another example of someone who maintains their roots, who maintains their locks, who retwists their locks, and yet still manages to have healthy looking locks. I love the fact that her locks look so nice. Something came up yesterday, so I was not able to complete the video, so this is the next day. Let's get into it. So the next set of locks we are going to be reacting to is from Galaxy of Greatness. Started December 12, 2019. Only one retwist since. Wash with shampoo every other week. Water rinse weekly. ACV wash biannually. Medium bristle brush my locks every Sunday. Hopefully I make the cut. Well, you're here. So you made the cut. Let's see his locks. So I absolutely love like the size of his locks. Like, one thing, I think I said this in my first reaction video, when I actually decided to start locks, like, I wanted to go for like big size of locks. Like, that was the kind of locks I actually wanted to get, but I didn't end up getting it because I felt like because I'm kind of person that I like to like switch up my styles a lot and things like that. I just felt like, for my lifestyle and for how often like I used to style my loose natural hair, I felt like from the research that I did, I felt like it would be easier for me to do so many things with my hair if my locks are smaller, and that's why I went for something small. Like, people, according to how often I like to style my hair, like, it's made sense for me to go with micro locks. But I know that micro locks are too small for me, so yeah, I actually wanted big size locks, and that's why anytime I see locks that are like chunky, like big, I'm like, nice. Because I think they are so cute. I think big size locks, they're so bold, they're so cute, and I love the fact that they look fluffy. I have a thing for fluffy looking locks. I love the fact that they look fluffy. He says his routine seems pretty like easy, and like everything is detailed, and I love that. I love it when people consciously take care of their hair, because I feel like one of the ways for you to make sure that you're taking good care of your hair is for you to have a routine. Like, it's not like necessary that you must have a routine, but when you have a routine, it helps you to have your hair at the back of your mind. And so when you have a routine, it is easier for you to always give your hair or your locks the love and the care that it needs to flourish. So I encourage people to have routine. He freeforms, and you can see that all his locks look basically of similar size. You can see some of the locks merge into like the size that they are now. But I love the fact that even though he freeforms his locks still look relatively uniform. you know, and I love how fluffy they are. So yeah, kudos to you, Galaxy of Greatness. Now let's move on to the next set of locks. And this is from Amanda. So she says, hi Lilian, hello, I love your videos so much. This is me at 3 months locked, getting a retwist soon. Okay, she actually sent me a video of her fresh retwist, so let's go ahead and check that out because she requested that I show that. This is my hair after a fresh retwist. Please use this. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the video. So this is another example of someone who obviously, like, you guys can see that she just had a fresh retwist. Nevertheless, you cannot see any like super tight net on the scalp. Like, and I think she maintained her locks with the interlocking method. I don't think this was like a regular retwist, because from the roots of the hair you can see that there's that Y that is like diagnostic of interlocking, right? So I can see that Y at the root. So it looks like she maintained her locks with the interlocking method. And even though she maintained her locks with the interlocking method, you can see that it's not super tight, right? It's not super tight. It doesn't look like she's in pain, you know, from what I can see. I love it when people retwist or palm roll or interlock and everything, and do it in the healthy way. You know, like I said before, like the fact that you retwist or interlock the conventional way doesn't automatically mean that like it's bad, right? But how you do it is what matters. How you do it matters. I made a video, I think it was last year, or yeah, I think it was last year, or like maybe like 2 years ago, where I was giving you guys, I showed different, I'll link it up. It's a very short a YouTube short, where I was talking about like how often you can do different kinds of retwists, because people tend to ask me, so how often should you retwist your locks? Because when I say, okay, don't do this, don't, like, people often ask, how often should I retwist? But the answer to that question is, it depends, right? It depends on how you're retwisting, how tight you're doing it, what method you're using, and that will determine how often you can do it without damaging your locks. Now, I always encourage people to not retwist too tight and not cause unnecessary tension and pain whenever they are retwisting. That way, even if you retwist every 4 weeks or so, you're not going to have so much issue. Now let's move on to the next set of locks, and this is from Elisha. She says, hello, I'm Elisha. Okay, I started my locks with 2-strand twist by myself, and I'll be 3 years in May. I love my locks and I feel connected to them. I'm looking forward to growing them long, as I've never had long hair. Okay, that's nice. Great channel, keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Elisha. Yeah, let's go ahead and see her locks. This is the picture of when she started her locks. This is a picture of now. Wow, like her locks have progressed so nicely. Like, wow. This is like so much growth and so much thickness. I absolutely love it. Like, I absolutely love, like, this just goes to show you like how much difference, like how much your locks can change when you, like how much your hair can change when you get locks, basically. Because you can see that before, like, her hair looked like it wasn't that full, it wasn't that thick and everything, but now she has a head of thick locks. Wow. I'm so impressed with your journey. Like, wow, it's amazing. I love how much thickness you've been able to, you know, achieve in this 3 years. I believe you said you've been locked for 3 years. Yeah, you were almost 3 years. So I love how thick your locks have gotten. Like, wow, this looks so nice. I love how thick your locks have gotten, Elisha. And from one of the pictures, it looks like your ends dyed. Probably I watched my first episode of my reaction series. I also shared a video of someone who had like similar kind of color. She had like brownish ends, and I think that's Tonette. Yeah, that's Tonette. So her locks are like much longer than this. I think for her, she has been locked for, I think, 4.5 years or so. So she also has like dyed ends, and it looks so good. Just like, I love how your locks, I love the dyed ends too on your locks. I think it looks so nice, and I feel like it blends with your skin tone. And I think it looks really nice. So yeah, I'm so impressed with like how thick her locks have gotten. Like, this just goes to show you that with the right techniques, with the right information, and with good care, your hair can transform from thin and looking like you don't have a lot of hair, and you're never going to have thick, healthy, rich locks, to having like a full head of rich locks. And this is like a pure example of someone who, when she started her locks, seemed like, oh, like this person doesn't have a lot of hair, but now obviously you can see like her hair has gotten so thick, like you will not even know that it's the same person. You know, looking at the hair, like you will not even be able to guess that this is the same person. And that's what having locks and taking care of your locks right, and like going like with the healthy lifestyle of having locks, that's what it can do for you. And that's why I always encourage people, like people who have issues with like their hair, maybe they feel like their hair is like so thin, their loose natural hair is so thin, it's breaking up, blah blah blah. I always encourage them to get locks, because I feel like locks can transform your hair from thin to thick and luscious. And that's why I'll always be team locks, you know, especially for people who have issues with like growing out their hair and like thinning hair and thinking that like their hair cannot grow thick. Like, wow. This is like a perfect example. So yeah, we are going to stop here for today. Thank you to everyone who sent in their pictures, their videos. I enjoyed, like I have said in my previous video, I absolutely enjoyed this series, and I also enjoyed this episode of reacting to my subscribers' logs. I don't know if you guys are tired of this already, but if you're not tired, then I'm not tired, right? If you guys still want me to make more reaction videos, then go ahead, send me a picture, send me a video. Let me know down in the comment section that you want more videos like this. If you're not tired, I'll make more, but if you're tired, I understand, because this is my third video already on in this series. So yeah, let me know, should I make more videos like this, or should I cut it and stop reacting to people's logs? Let me know down in the comment section. If your logs were featured in this video, please go ahead and drop your comments down in the comment section. If you have a YouTube channel, also mention that in there, so that people who want to follow you can go ahead and follow you. And even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can go ahead and drop your tips on things you do to care for your locks, care for your hair, so that people who would like to have locks that are similar to yours can get some helpful tips that can help them achieve the same results, you know, as you. So with that, we'll come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time on my channel and you'd like to see more videos from me, then definitely subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video.